It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Are you in loser denial or something?
Here comes Dumbass of the Day, and it's brought to you by Peterson's U-Cart in Atascadero. They're having their big summer sale now through the end of September. You can save 10% on walk-on bark garden soil. They got compost and topsoil, and it's all on sale. So get over there and check it out. Peterson's U-Cart, 8-Town, 805-466-2840.
How pathetic can some people be?
And I'll say this, too. Making love to an inflatable woman is a lot of fun. The first time. And I don't know if that's because she's still a virgin or if I'm just still lightheaded from blowing her up. I don't know. It's a joke. It's a joke. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have sex with an inflatable woman. You know what? If I want to have sex with an inanimate object, I don't even want it to be woman-shaped. I've made the leap at this point. I'm going to get weird. I'll do it with a bag of oranges or something. That's what I'll do. Get a nice citrus smell in the air, and when I'm done, I can have some juice. At least you get something.
This is crass, Jeff.
From a bag of oranges. What do you get from a blow-up doll? Nothing. Just that disappointed look on her face. That look. She's like, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Where do you get off, air whore? I gave you life.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Is that too crass for 7 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know. What happens at 7 o'clock in the morning?
It's early. Some people haven't even had their coffee yet.
As long as you're not eating oranges, you're fine. By my estimate.
Or having orange juice?
By my estimate, yeah, orange juice too.
Okay, we're going to Florida. They got a lot of oranges down there. They got women down there that are very horny. This woman was...
a lot of blow-up dolls too.
Was
Florida.
Visiting a store. And I'm guessing if you're at a sex store and one of the customers disappears into the back room...
That'd be the worst part of working at a sex store.
Do you go back and stop her?
No, if I worked at a sex store, I'd just be like, oh, man. And I don't think I'd do anything about it. I'd just be like, whatever.
When we were kids and we bought a toy that ran batteries, did it always usually come batteries included or not included? I always thought it was not included. Then you had to go buy the batteries. Well, apparently this thing had batteries. Because she took the purple people eater back in the back room and they found her with no pants on. She said she was just trying on a blouse. They're like, we don't sell blouses here. Anyways, they got her. They charged her indecent exposure and larceny because she was stealing. She hadn't paid for the toy before she used it, and she's gonna be.
Is that a felony?
Going to jail. It doesn't say it's a felony. And the price of the toy was $46, $45.98. So
what are you in for? Getting horny and disappearing into the back of the sex store?
you can't control yourself to buy it and then just take it out to the car?
Some people can't. It's a sickness.
It's like, really?
And what are they doing in Florida? They're throwing people in jail. I mean, hell, a guy was doing that on the side of Moe's the other day, and they just people just walked by.
Moe's?
Moe's, the barbecue place downtown.
The one in Slow?
Yeah.
Somebody was getting after it?
Yeah, he was in love with a wall, apparently.
Homeless guy?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I do not. I wear socioeconomic blinders. You know.
Was this on
term.
the news?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was just on.
I wanted to hear Karina deliver that story.
Well, how are you going to deliver that story?
She's just way too much of a
So that's the thing.
proper woman, mom. And
they only report the things they can report on Facebook.
do they make Richard report that one?
They only turn the
I can't do
things
this.
the things that are news worthy. But if there's no arrest made in this, then there's no news, so they can't really pass it along on Facebook. It's almost like, the news organization calls the police department like, yeah, you guys know that there's a guy in love with the wall down at Moe's. And then they're like, yeah, we do, but nobody wants to deal with it. This is how I would deal with both these. I'd be
right.
like, okay, we're not going to report it then if you guys don't do any, like make an arrest or anything. Okay, fine, we won't make an arrest. No harm, no foul. Guy continues to love the wall, and
See, this is what happens.
No judgment is passed in a utopia. No
Now,
San Luis Obispo.
Nobody's defunded the police here that I know of, correct? But if you had, who's going to stop this guy?
Oh, it doesn't
Because it's
matter.
their job to go clean up that situation.
It doesn't matter.
Because I know that if I was a cop, I would pull somebody over instantly. Something comes over the road. Yeah, guy's pleasuring himself down there.
Nope, got a broken taillight.
Yep. Hey, nope. Sorry, I got this guy pulled over here with
Nope,
broken
I'm
taillight.
pretty sure the car is too low to the ground.
I'm pretty sure I just saw somebody throw some trash out the window.
Yeah, I'd find every excuse. Just like if I was the news organization, I'd find every excuse not to report it. And if I was the law enforcement, I would find every excuse not to press those charges. But the problem is everybody is a journalist now. And when people catch that on a video camera and just continuing, and they inquire with the security guard that's standing there, and he's like, well, they don't pay me enough to do this. So it just goes on.
One time I had to chase a guy down in the mall. I worked at a mall. I didn't have to, but I felt like I had to, and I worked at the leather shop, Wilson's, and he stole a jacket.
How dare you care about your job, Jeremy?
And I was there, and I got the security guys that followed me, but they were a little bit slower because I was young back then.
Enabling
and fast.
corporate America. Look at you.
And the guy ran out, and as he ran out of the mall, he just said, screw it. He threw the jacket down. We got the jacket back, and I said, okay, whatever. Busted. I don't know about what I would do if I found a 36-year-old woman with no pants on and one of the pieces of merchandise
That's my
from the
thing.
store.
It's like I treat it like the wall at Moe's. I don't know. I wouldn't do anything.
Okay,
like
good.
I don't know what kind of level of money I would have to be paid.
But you can't even say something like, hey, buddy, knock it off, man.
Hey, come on, man! This is a public place. I could say that.
What if he
And I
comes
might
running
too.
at you? Yeah, you
problem.
see, then that's worse than probably holding a weapon.
What if he's faster than me?
Congratulations, you blouse wearing, no pants wearing 36-year-old in Florida. You are Jeff and Jeremy.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Augusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We've long been talking about it since the beginning of the pandemic, and before that, it was cool before the pandemic came around. And that's downtownslow.com as a resource, but it has really stepped up to kind of give us an idea of what's going on in the downtown slow corridor and with the businesses that are so vital to our community in San Luis Obispo. And they're having to deal with yet another obstacle to overcome. And that be the smoke. Good morning, Bettina. How's it going?
Does it feel apocalyptic over your place?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, cool.
It's like
Kind of like heavy metal weather, right?
it's so strange.
Black hole sun, something like that?
Yeah, no, you know how many times I've looked up in the sky over the past month and seen that orange globe and thought black hole sun? It's insane. And it just comes, it just is right off the top of the head. You just start humming it. Black hole sun. You remember the video for that?
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
yeah.
it looked, it had that tone to it, and that's what this sky had to it over the last, couple days, and then before a couple weeks ago. So what are the downtown businesses doing to adjust to that?
Well, some of them are proceeding as usual, and some of them are just not doing some of the outdoor dining. So I thought we could talk a little bit about how to support businesses and check with them before you come downtown to eat. So
Okay,
it's kind of
how do you?
You get takeout, and you tip a lot extra. And you get delivery, and you tip extra, and you round up your bill so that the restaurants can make it through. Yeah. And you can also, come downtown and get your hair done inside now, which might be an air-conditioned reprieve from your home if you're in a non-air-conditioned place like me.
How closely are you guys watching like upcoming weather reports? And I got sent. It's weird. I got sent this weird app that it wasn't even an app. It was like a website, and they're like, "Hey, track the air quality in your area and anywhere in the world." And I forget what it was. Are you guys doing stuff like that? Like looking into see when this is? They're thinking about it clearing out and.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, right? Like, I opened up my iPhone this morning, and it's saying fog, but it does not smell like fog, and it does not feel like fog on my eyeballs. So clearly, we're in a different situation. So it's like, do I trust my my body and my physical experience in the world, or do I trust my technology? So
you take a deep breath in and it doesn't feel good on the lungs. Don't take more deep breaths in and go inside somewhere.
Exactly. Well, you could probably even hear it in my voice. Like, I'm a little hoarse today because I think I've been walking around, and I feel it. I feel it in my throat.
Yesterday, I had to go to Costco. I come walking out, and you know how it's kind of a wind tunnel there because it's Los Osos Valley, anyways.
Totally.
But then the dynamics of a parking lot and a wind tunnel there and all that. And I got hit with just like it was like a volcano had gone off inside my eyes. I mean, and I wasn't wearing sunglasses, and it just was full on ash exposure in my eyes. And this lady looked at me, and she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just got ash in my eyes."
Yeah. Well, okay, so get this. So I just recently had a big birthday, and I got LASIK surgery as my present to myself. So I'm actually recovering from eye surgery.
Oh, no, Bettina.
And, I mean, it's amazing. Like, totally, it was a brilliant thing to do. But I'm so dried out, and I'm, like, using prescription eye drops right now as it is. So, yes. I fully appreciate what you're going through.
Talking with Bettina from Downtown SLO. Okay, so go out, tip big, get takeout. You can still eat in the comfort of your own home as long as this is going on. And can we talk about parklets for a minute?
Absolutely, yes.
I've been a big believer in. I like it. I like the dynamic of, having an option to sit outside at some of the places that you normally wouldn't have an option to sit outside. Has there been any talk of further on in the future, hopefully when things get back to normal-ish, of extending those and making it a thing?
Absolutely. So I'm really glad you asked that question. The city of SLO actually approved the Open SLO program back in May, and that is what enabled the city of SLO to deploy all of the parklets so quickly. So you may have noticed that, like, the parklets in downtown came out really quickly, whereas some of the surrounding cities in the county were a little slower to move to the outdoor dining experience of the parklets with the designated areas and everything. So the Open SLO program was originally conceived to go through June next year, so June 2021. But right now they are in the process of converting a lot of the temporary parklets, which were just, concrete barriers or water-filled barriers in a parking spot, into these deck-like wooden structures with beautiful planters and fairy lights and twinkle lights and just looking really cool. I suspect that they're going to stick around for a long time. And that was originally part of a lot of the different urban planning that's been going into the downtown concept plan, which was approved in 2016. Just general urban planning really focuses on repurposing those parking spaces and right-of-ways into more pedestrian-friendly zones. We already have a really walkable downtown, but this parklet thing has just made it so much more walkable. It's really cool to see. And in fact, this week is the week of welcome for a lot of Cal Poly students who are seeing San Luis Obispo for the first time. But also a lot of returning Cal Poly students are coming. And so they're wandering around and they're seeing downtown in this totally new aspect. It's not just because people are wearing masks now, but it's because the physical components of our downtown look different.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine, when you got the word back in March, okay, I guess I'll come back in the fall. And then the ones that do come back in the fall, they come downtown and they see the changes that have taken place. And it's like a totally different place. But I think it's for the better. I mean, so much. I went out to eat the other night. It wasn't in SLO, sorry. It was in AG, but same concept. And it was, it almost like, it's advertising, or it's like, hey, look at all those people out there having a good time, sitting there eating. That outdoor dining aspect. I mean, how many times have you been walking along the creek and seen everybody out at Novo and been like, hey, let's go over there and eat because it's been a nice night or something?
Totally, and that's an iconic downtown San Luis Obispo experience. I mean, Novo really is. It's on the cover of all the tourism magazines, and when you think of downtown, you probably think of that patio, and I think there are other patios that are aiming to be like that as well. Think about Firestone, right? Like, that's a popular destination, maybe not quite as glamorous as the Novo patio, but just as iconic. And of course, we have our Thursday night farmers market, which we miss dearly. But, we're accustomed to having an experience where we're dining outside and we're eating outside and kind of looking at each other. So it's great people watching. You can see the character of the individual business come out onto the street. It's cool to see, like, our office is right next to the Black Sheep on Choro Street, and they have done such a great job just putting these little notes of whimsy on the tables. They have little quotes, and they have frog statuary, and it's just, you can tell, like, when you walk from parklet to parklet, what kind of food it is, what kind of experience you're going to have. And you get to know the personality of the business before you even set your foot inside. So it's pretty cool.
Well, Bettina, I'm not going to tax your voice anymore. I appreciate you joining us.
I am okay. I just get so excited talking about this stuff.
I know. At least I believe we're past the point with everybody wearing face masks that when you cough, everybody turns and looks at you. Know that there's particulate in the air, and there is going to be for the foreseeable day. So don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to pass judgment.
That's right. And the face masks are doing double duty right now. So
yes, exactly. You should be wearing a face mask regardless. You have to. Now you're
not just
dumb.
a fashion accessory.
Now, I mean, I don't care what your stance is. I mean, come on, protect your lungs. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Bettina, for joining us, and thanks for the good news. I think expansion of parklets and permanently is a good thing to take away from this, and
Totally. And you can if you go to our website, downtownslow.com, you can read about all of the different businesses and the way that they've shifted their operations. And we always encourage people to check ahead just because hours are changing all the time. So if you are making plans to eat out, just give a call or check on the business's Instagram to make sure that they are operating. And thank you for supporting downtown businesses. If it's downtown AG, if it's downtown Pismo, if it's downtown Slow, we appreciate it. And all of the small businesses really appreciate everyone's support.
Yeah, it's a great resource and I can't stress this enough. I've not stressed it enough since March. I mean, it's like the resource if you're going downtown San Luis Obispo to see where the place that you plan on going is doing right now.
Thank you. We work really hard to keep it up to date, and our Instagram's also a good place to check it out. So at Downtown Slow, and we hope to see you all downtown.
All right. Well, take care of those eyes.
Thanks.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KUZ.
All right, I picked the team. I mean, the band.
The band.
If I win the Red Zone Challenge, I'm doing a lot of people on the Central Coast a favor. Okay. By the way, can we talk about one of the games before I get to the band that is...
Can I do 90s bands, by the way?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
That's what I want.
Well, you could do Candlebox? Do Candlebox. Do Candlebox. Candlebox has so many good songs.
No. I'm going to do Harvey Danger. Because he only has that one song.
It's not a he, it's a band.
Or whatever. Harvey Danger's a band. I know that.
The alternative Leonard Skinner, which they probably hate being called the alternative Leonard Skinner, but that's fine.
You know who I should pick is Blind Melon, because you say everything else they have is better than No
Blind Melon would be a good one, because that's a penultimate one-hit wonder, right?
What about Space Hog? They were a big one-hit wonder out of the 90s. Oh, I know who this is, but give me a second. 80s.
Straight up 80s, 85. Let me just say, they're big in San Luis Obispo.
They are?
Mm-hmm. This is the only town I know of that they're big in.
Y&T?
Yeah. My band is...
They have a big Bay Area following, I hear.
Sure. They have...
we don't play Y&T, I don't think that counts.
It does count. You know why? Because they're classic rock. 1985, and they've played Slow Brew once in the last decade. Sure, it was the old Slow Brew, but fine, whatever. Like the new Slow Brew wouldn't be cut dead with Y&T in there.
You know, there's people who have fans.
What do you
People
mean?
are fans of Y&T.
People have fans. Is that what you just said?
People do have fans, but there are fans of
Okay.
Y&T.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Chumbawamba.
Thank
That's not
Thank you for
classic rock.
conserving the words this morning. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to do some more homework here.
How many Y&T songs can I get to?
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, you know what the number one 90s? Okay, I had to do a search on this. This is the Reader's Poll, your favorite 90s one-hit wonder band. New Radicals. That's who I'm going to pick.
They're not my favorite.
I'm going to pick New Radicals because there's so many good songs, but I just don't know. They're not edited. God, that'd be a
New
pain in the
Radicals
ass.
won't. They'll say we don't play any of their songs. Y&T, they'll say we have you have to play.
We don't play any of their songs, but that's at least classic rock. So what we're talking about here is when you fill out and sign up for the Red Sound Challenge, if you've already done so, make sure you put in your favorite classic rock band. And then if you are a weekly winner, you'll get to program your favorite songs throughout the day for an entire week, right?
Serious.
So
Yeah, no, 4 times a day. That's what I'm saying. You're going to get 20 Y&T songs if I come in first, and I'm picking the Houston Texans, okay? I'm going that route. But, man, if you go Candlebox, Jeremy, I'm telling you.
I like Candlebox.
This is such an underrated song.
I'm trying to think how many Candlebox songs we have.
It's got dirty words in this one, I think.
Is this you?
No, this is Cover Me. Like he keeps saying.
I don't know this one that well. I know you. Far Behind. Believe in it. Yeah. What's this dude's name?
Kevin Martin, I believe?
Can we talk to this guy?
Yeah. Before they came and played.
Yeah. He's got a really cool voice. This is who I'm going with. Or are you taking him?
Go with Candlebox, dude. Candlebox is.
I'll do Candlebox. You're going to do
legit.
Y&T.
I'm going to do Y&T.
Y&T is pretty funny. That's going to piss her off.
Hell yeah. Why? Didn't piss her off when she was making us give concert tickets away. Back, we were told we were given directives. We were given mandates. As if somebody was Governor Newsom, okay? You must play Y&T songs. Waving her hands around just like Gavin Newsom would wave his hands around. You must play Y&T songs because they're coming to Slow Brew, and we are working closely with the promoter. It's funnier if you see the hand motions.
All right, this is a good song. I'm going to go get me some more Candlebox.
No.
What song is this?
Cover
Me.
You gotta wait for it to kick in, though, dude. Yeah, right, here it comes.
KZOZ.com Red Zone Challenge.
Yeah, that's a dirty word. They cut it out.
It's all brought to you by
That's Seattle Glam Grunge. Donahue Truck Center. You down with DTC? You know
Red
me.
Zone Challenge brought to you by Donahue Truck Centers. They are your dealer for Hino Trucks, a Toyota Group company.
I saw a Hino truck
Santa
the other
Maria.
day. That's a sharp truck. If you're like moving stuff around, a hell of a lot better than the U-Haul I got a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
U-Haul, invest in Hino, please.
KZOZ.com Red Zone Challenge.
I got a move
Thursday
coming
night football tonight.